Well, good evening, everybody. How you doing? It's Steve. Welcome to the Little Woodshop. Well, first of all, guys, on social media last night, we put out that we were going to lay out everything for you tonight, and that is exactly what we're going to do. Okay? First of all, though, I'm going to start off with a big thank you to all of you for all your support again. Thank you for all the Christmas greetings and well wishes and prayers. I really appreciate it. I know we did a Christmas shout out ourselves here to wish you as well as my other community a Merry Christmas and hopefully a happy and well New Year, okay? Alright. Secondly, the one thing I have to mention is my sincerest gratitude to all of you who got a Christmas card in the mail for young Drake Quibodeaux. One gentleman had emailed me and he asked, Steve, did you really know how many cards this young man had gotten? We are going to be providing you with a link, by the way. But as of December 21st, thedailymail.com reported Drake had received over 40,000 Christmas cards. Guys, that is awesome. I'm so glad that we were able to get a shout out. And I know a lot of you contributed. So thank you very much. I appreciate that, and I'm sure that family does as well, and especially that little boy. God bless him, you know? The other thing that I told you about is going to dialysis. I've made a significant number of friends. Obviously, we're all in the same boat. One of them happens to be a retired Army veteran. Well, in the midst of going through the shop, and we'll get to this in a second too, I found a beautiful old U.S. Department of the Army cribbage board that I was going to keep for me. Well, we packaged it up real nice. I dialyzed the morning of Christmas Eve. I made sure that this gentleman had a gift from this shop. Our vets still mean the world to me up here, but I think that even my followers and even all of you are going to agree with the direction that I now want to go and what we're looking to do. I think that I won't have any arguments out of anybody on this, all right? The other thing that I needed to have a quick conversation with is the fact that I had mentioned in my shout-out last night, I have Kidney Guy, and I've got the Little Woodshop. I've got two families that are very important to me. This shop has kept my sanity for the last 3.5 years, and Kidney Guy, and all the studying and all the writing and everything that I have done with blogging for that community has helped to educate me to better myself so that I can get healthy and I can get back up here and do what I love so much. So both of these communities are very important to me, ladies and gentlemen, and I think I have found a way to make both coexist together. And this is where I've been beating my head against the wall for the last 6 weeks. All right, as you see behind me, they're strapping, my beautiful flag is gone. There's a reason for that. We are starting the renovations on the shop. I am going to turn this, as I had told you, into my own dialysis clinic. I will end up hosting cooking tutorials up here. I will do probably some sit and talk, online streaming, live video of me dialyzing in this building. Because what I hopefully want to do is educate my kidney community that our life is existing. It can exist outside of dialysis, and it's easy to do. So that's the group I want to help there with this structure. Now the back room, my stock room, which is about 120 square feet, we are definitely downsizing in size to about 1/3 of what we had. However, we don't have a big machine like this. Our machine is, we are still coincidentally on the open market, ladies and gentlemen. The last two gentlemen that looked at it, one couldn't get the financing in time, and the other one, it was too big for what he needed. But it's a beautiful machine. It hasn't been run all year, only because I've been battling, my health issues. All right, so if we're getting rid of this piece of equipment, which we are, because to finish this whole project, it is contingent upon the sale of this machine. However, there's a lot of prep work in the meantime. But, Steve, you said you were going to be buying another piece of equipment and running a new product line. Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm going to be buying is I'm going to purchase a jet lathe. I'm not going to buy a little bench top or a big industrial full size. I'm going to buy a mid-size lathe. I'm going to get a Jet 1221. I figure it's with a variable speed on it. I've read up as much as I can, much like I did before I bought my machine. And I feel that I can turn wood in the back room on a very small square foot, footprint. And what it is we're going to be fabricating is this. I decided to title this project Life Sphere. I told you the artisan whom gave me this idea from watching all his videos. This is an incredible, incredible young man. He's an incredible gentleman, period. He builds these burl and resin, acrylic resin, perfectly round spheres. They're the most incredible thing I've ever seen. This piece of equipment is something that I'm going to be able to sit down on a stool. I'm going to be able to put my time in at it. I'll be able to work at my leisure, because ultimately I told you, whatever the product line we're making, it was going to be, this specific product line is going to be for a children's charity. I'll find something else to make a few bucks at, but this is solely going to be for charity. This artisan's name, ladies and gentlemen, is Heath Knuckles. I mean, the guy sounds like a champion prize fighter to me, but he is about one of the most brilliant makers, engravers, and woodworkers I've seen in a long time to go outside the box. And I will also provide links to his YouTube channel as well. I told you, we always give credit back where credit's from. I've actually sent this man a correspondence, all right? And if you'd like to bear with me for just a minute, I will gladly read that correspondence to you. It says, Mr. Knuckles, I said I'm about to assure you that this will be the most off-the-wall email you've probably received to date yet. I'm contacting you after seeing your videos on the fabrication of your spheres. I'm a CNC guy with a small community that I adore, but I've been out of my life ever since I got hit with chronic illness and disease. I'm a stage 5 kidney failure patient and was forced to shut my doors. I always told my viewers to have the integrity to do the right thing and always inquire on another man's work before they set any wheels in motion for fabrication. It's called respect, ladies and gentlemen, plain and simple. Okay, I've been on dialysis now for 10 months, and I've lost my mind not working in my own studio. I can no longer keep up with the physical demand, and my life, as far as I'm concerned up here, was stolen from me. Just when I thought life couldn't hand me any more surprises, at month 8, I tested positive for cancer. I'm 49 years old, battling 2 chronic illnesses that both of which can kill me. Combine that with the loss of the passion that you love so much, and I'll tell you what, the world does get pretty dark real quick. Then I see this young man, this gentleman by the name of Heath Knuckles, and he's doing something that I'm physically able to do. I can do this. This gentleman is giving me a little ray of hope. He's giving me a direction as well as a purpose. I'm currently plugged in at my dialysis center, I'm telling this gentleman, as I'm writing this, but I had to seek his blessing on the fact of these gorgeous pieces that I wanted to run. Now, I have scoured the internet, and it's not as though this gentleman holds the patent to him, but to me, I feel as though he's probably one of the first one off the shelf to come up with the idea. There's a bunch of other folks milling them, that are turning them, but I felt that I owed him this correspondence. I want to produce them when I'm physically capable and use the proceeds for a children's charity. I thank you again, but I feel I have to ask since it seems only proper and respectful. You've no idea what you've done for me, and believe me, sir, one person can make a difference. I feel with this video, this new drive that I have from this gentleman, I feel as though he's instilled me enough to potentially even save my life. Because 8 weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen, I walked out of my center. I threw my hand, I was done. And when we walk out of centers, we leave them to die. And that's where I was at, and that's how bad and how dark you can get sometimes with this disease. And it's what happens when you sit in a chair staring out a window, watching grass grow, leaves fall, and snow come down. I'm not used to that. That's not how I live, and that's not who I am, okay? So I would rather be up here on my 2 feet fighting, doing what I love, than on my knees begging for anything, okay? But one thing I do want to mention to you is there's going to be projects that I'm thinking of that are going to be applicable to this community. Please don't think for a minute I have forgotten about my engraving and my CNC community. The resin that we're going to be working with, coincidentally, is almost a machine grade. I believe it's going to be capable of being milled. It's not the same 2-part epoxy we pour on, you've seen me pour on my kitchen table and bar tops and plaques and things like that. I think that the chemicals in this form up a lot harder and denser. So I think you guys with routers might be able to do something. So we're gonna put projects out there that are also going to be applicable to this equipment, I hope. I am not forgetting you guys and leaving you behind, but I am really going off the range with this one because this guy had some really crazy ideas, and all it takes is one idea for you to maybe spark your own. And God only knows what I've shown and taught some of you. I've seen some of the work you guys have sent me. I hope you've got it in production. You're making beautiful work. So I hope you're making money at it. We'll also be going back out in the woods. We're going to be checking out burls, things like that. We're going to be using some pressure pots up here because we're going to be making some of our own acrylic and burl blanks. And turning medium, we're going to have the use of a pressure pot so that we can keep the bubbles out of the medium. I watched this. This is another crazy process. Okay? I'm going to give you all the outbound links that go to everybody. Project Lifesphere is going to take off. I'm still waiting to hear from this gentleman, but like I said, this is not a patented item, and I'm not looking at doing this for myself for any type of financial or monetary gain. I want my hands back in my shop doing what I love. The tutorials that I put out are obviously going to be more lathe related. However, the projects that we do, some of you guys have 4th axes on your machine. I'm going to keep that in mind too. I'm going to do everything I can to keep everybody fed with new ideas and new things. Even though I won't be programming for you, okay? That kind of is what it is right now, I'm sorry. And I did actually, I didn't want to put it out on the Christmas Eve shout out, wishing all of you folks Merry Christmas, or even Christmas Day. But I did tell you Christmas Eve was a very, very big chew at the bit for me. I was waiting on test results from a brain scan, and I told you that if it came back and anything was found, I was not going to allow holes drilled in my head. That would automatically disqualify me for transplant, and at that point, I would come home to live out my life on dialysis until there was no more. However, I got good news. My Christmas wish came in. My brain scan came back clear, gentlemen. Not a thing in there. They found absolutely nothing, just like I figured they would. So, we're good there. Okay? Last and least, as my way of saying thank you to all of you, you know that we cannot leave here this evening without telling you that I have something for all of you. Okay? The one thing that I managed to do was I put together one big master download folder. You guys don't have to go out and skip through the videos to try to find, the library download from this video to the, we have given you the entire library in one condensed package. You can download the whole thing, and when you open it up, you can go in and download it folder by folder. I will give you the link, the outbound link to that tonight. Alright? There was also one last thing I want to read. I got to get down and get my meds and my dinner, but it's coming up on about 6. So this is just a Word doc that will be in with the master file, okay? And it says, the master file of the Little Woodshop free CNC library is just that. It is my gift to all my fellow CNCers looking for multiple project ideas. The master file set is free, and it is never to be sold. The project master file are the combined works of other great artists. Please feel free to use these files for any financial gain you'd like, but the programs themselves are there for all of us to enjoy. A special thank you has to go out to my fellow artists at openclipart.org for their contributions, and all the line art that they left in there is what made this library possible in the first place. Keeping the project open source means just that. We keep it free and we share, share, share. If any of you want to make a contribution to this project, from me, I don't want money from you. I ask you this: please bring a young person into your shop. The size of your shop or studio does not matter. What is important are the values that you set into our future generations. This is my gift to all of you, my subscribers, my followers, and hopefully the next generation of great engravers and CNCers that are willing to learn, ladies and gentlemen. This is the plan that we have. It's spotty. I've got to find a marketplace. We've got to get a merchant who's going to handle the financial end of this, because I want nothing to do with the money side of any of this. We will have that conversation down the road as to how I put this together for that purpose. The one thing I can tell you, coming up the end of January, I've got my consult for my cancer removal. I will be into the knife in February. So the month of February, if I'm able, I think I'm going to rebuild the website. Possibly. We'll see how I'm feeling. But I think I would like to put the Woodshop back live, and we'll cater to both sides between what we're going to be doing new with the charity side and the old with the CNC and engraving. We'll combine the two, and we'll combine Kidney Guy in, and we'll get me up here full time, because, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I need. I'm not going to survive sitting in a center. Okay, I know that now. I need to get back on the floor. I need to have purpose in my life, and by God, I'd rather this kill me than waiting around. So, you guys, please stay tuned. We're going to try to give you another shout out here shortly for the next week or two. By then, I'll have more stuff done up here, I hope. There's a lot of configuring, and the back room, the stock room is an atrocity. So, but I wanted to let you guys know this was the plan. Again, we'll have all the outbound links with everything for you tonight. So please feel free at your leisure over the weekend. We've got bad weather up here. So if you got bad weather, grab a hot cup of Joe and check out some of the outbound links. Okay. All right. Again, I thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for following us, believing in us. We're coming back, folks. Sure enough. Thank you all. Have a great weekend. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.